Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. I'm Martin, and you are listening to Dad's Bedtime Stories. Tonight, we're headed back into the Wizardcraft universe, Wizardcraft 3.0 to be exact, because I didn't actually finish the last episode the way I wanted to. We had a listener suggestion, I played the listener suggestion, I started the story, and before I knew it, we were at 30 minutes already, and I had to kind of wrap things up before I even really got to anything the listener suggested. So, for a little reminder, this is what we're going on, and we will finally finish the story today.
Hi, Martin. We are here to start a bedtime story request for the Wizardcraft 3.0 series. We really like your podcast, and we hope you like it. Sebastian, you're on. You find a cave with booby traps, but you finally get to the end and find an armored car that has iron armor. Then you storm the Golem King stronghold, and then find a mysterious egg that is pitch black and blue. It gets hit by the magic sword of the Golem King as he fights you. And then it hatches into a baby dinosaur that grows into a Godzilla like a T-Rex. Look up images of Godzillasaurus if you want to know what I mean. And then it evolves into Godzilla fully. I hope we love your podcast. I hope you do our story. Thanks. We love your podcast. Henry and Sebastian.
Well, thank you again to Henry and Sebastian. Sorry if I tricked you on the last one. You were like, hey, my ideas are going to get made into this podcast. And then it ended just before it happened. Hopefully today we'll make that up by finding that armored car and having that whole egg thing happen. If you like the podcast, don't forget to interact with it wherever it is you're listening. Liking it, rating it, reviewing it, maybe even writing a comment. If you're on something where you can write a comment, that all goes a long way to other people finding it. And if you want ad-free episodes and some bonus content, you can join me on Patreon. Otherwise, we're going to play one more ad from a possible sponsor. Now it's time to get as comfy as you can in that bed, close your eyes, and imagine yourself doing what the kid in the story does. If you recall from the last episode, you were exploring a sort of underground dungeon or shrine, and after defeating some creatures and making your way past some booby traps, you finally arrive in a safe room where you went to bed, and you're going to continue from there. You wake up to the words, "Wake up," floating in front of your mind. You select yes, and the world comes into view once again. You find yourself in the safe room. There's 2 beds, a little fire, and a whole bunch of food. "Morning, JD," you say. Good morning. Well, ready to continue our way through this dungeon shrine thingy? JD asks. "Boy, am I," you respond. You quickly grab some food to eat, some of that delicious whatever it is hanging over the fire. Then you head to the other platform at the back of the place. You step on the large circular stone disc, place your hand on the pedestal. It immediately lights up, and in the blink of an eye, you find yourself on another one of those strange, floating platforms in the middle of nothingness. And, of course, there's a bunch of robot-like creatures standing right in front of you. More floating spheres charged with electricity and holding swords. One of them shoots a bolt of lightning towards you. Your ninja skills immediately kick in. You roll to the side, gather one of your improved fireballs, and shoot it at the creature. That immediately explodes. JD launches himself up into the air using a telekinetic blast, does a perfect front flip, and slams down on another of the creatures using his sword. That was a pretty awesome move, you say. Yeah, I've been working on new uses of my telekinesis. You see a third robot sneaking up behind JD, reach out with your own telekinetic power, and rip the robot in all different directions. The robot immediately explodes and drops loot, a little bit of iron and some gold. You and JD quickly collect the loot and make your way further down the platform. You come to a very large gap. There's simple emptiness between you and a platform far across on the other side. You see a lever over there and a sort of drawbridge that's lifted up at the moment. It seems that somehow you'll have to activate the lever to put the drawbridge down. Any ideas? You ask JD. Well, I only really have one idea, JD says. Try to catch me with your own telekinesis if it doesn't work. What are you talking about? You ask as JD backs up away from the edge of the platform and then immediately starts to run towards it. He runs faster and faster and faster, and when he hits the edge, he jumps in the air and pushes his hands down towards the ground. He unleashes another telekinetic blast, only this time sending himself flying up through the air. He performs a perfect front flip once again, aims for the ground on the other side, and seems to use a little bit of telekinesis to help himself land softly. He lands perfectly on the other side, moves over to the lever, pulls it, and the bridge slowly lowers down. Thanks. Cool moves, you say. Yeah, I've been working on it. You make your way across the bridge, turn around a corner, until you come to a large door. A large iron door that seems to be locked. You walk toward it, and one of the blocks underneath you makes a strange sound. Oh, what was that? Well, it sounded like a musical note of some kind, JD says. You continue down the little hallway up to the door, and some other blocks make slightly different music notes. Not knowing what they're for, you push against the door. You look anywhere for a lever, but you can't seem to find anything. There is writing on the door, though. Something that looks like writing. Possibly just, well, music notes, actually. A symbol that looks a lot like a treble clef, and a whole bunch of lines with little dots moving up and down it. JD, you think the whole key to this door might actually be a song? Maybe. You take a closer look at all of the little stones that made noises on your way over, and you see that each one is marked with a musical note of its own. You cross-reference the notes on the stones on the ground with the notes on the door. Maybe we just have to play the song. It doesn't look too hard. You and JD work together to try to play the song. Doot, 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 doot. Was that hot crust buns? JD says, just as he finishes the last note, and the door almost magically breaks open. I think it was, you say. Let's go check out what's on the other side. You and JD make your way through, only to find a gigantic prize room or storage facility or something like that. The whole place is filled with all sorts of different treasures. There's a mountain of gold and jewels off to one side. There's a random egg sitting in the middle. There's, what looks to be an armored car. It seems a little out of place in the Wizardcraft universe, but it does look pretty cool. There's suits of armor and weapons lining the entire place, and all sorts of different potions and books and gadgets. Whoa. Can we take whatever we want? You ask. You can try, a voice says from behind you. You quickly turn around to see a man wearing black and red armor, carrying a blue glowing sword. I see you've made your way through one of my shrines. One of your shrines? You made this place? Well, I didn't exactly make it. No, I found it, and I defeated it, and then I decided to create a shortcut to this here prize room and use it to protect my things from other people like you. I even surrounded the entrance with some golems to sort of slow people down, but it seems that you've made your way through anyways. Yeah, sorry about that. Now, who are you exactly? You ask.
Well, some people who know me well call me Gary, but to everyone else, I'm known as the Golem King.
The Golem King, you say?
The very one. And, as far as I can tell, you're that kid who's been creating a new village in my territory. I even heard you destroyed some of my golems and freed some of my prisoners. I believe it's time to pay for your mistakes and to learn who really rules this kingdom. Which is me, by the way. I rule it.
The Golem King lifts his left hand, which sparks with electricity, and shoots a bolt of lightning towards you and JD. You both jump in opposite directions, roll on the ground, and face him for battle. You summon your sword in one hand and one of your improved fireballs in the other.
You think that can hurt me? My armor is far too impressive for such things.
You fire the fireball directly at him, but it hits some sort of energy field or shield surrounding him.
See? What did I tell you?
The Golem King unleashes another blast of lightning. You dive out of the way and roll behind the armored car. JD does the same.
I'm getting tired of this, the Golem King says.
Then he raises both of his hands up in the air.
All right, my friends. Time to get rid of these two.
The ground rumbles, and stone and iron arms start to pop out of it. Golems of all different kinds crawl straight out of the ground and surround you and JD. What do we do now? JD asks. We get out of here, you say. You slowly open the door to the armored car and quietly crawl inside. You move over to the driver's seat and JD climbs in beside you. You check the ignition and, luckily, he left the keys in the thing. You turn the keys, the engine roars to life, and you hit the gas as quickly as you can. Luckily, the thing has a big ram on the front of it because you plow directly into a couple rock golems. You turn the wheel to the left, skid around in a circle, and, well, try to aim for anything that looks like it might be an exit to this place. Hey, that's my car, the Golem King says as he unleashes another bolt of lightning. It hits the car, but the metal cage around the thing seems to sort of absorb the blast. You zigzag around the large room, trying not to hit anything too badly. You slam into some golems. You run into a pedestal that's holding some sort of egg. The pedestal breaks and the egg flips and lands in the bed of the truck. Okay, you say, steering around the place, trying to find an exit. What's this thing in the middle? JD asks, looking up at the ceiling and seeing, like, a little opening you can crawl into. Let me check it out. He crawls up into the large opening. Hey, it's like a blaster station or something like that. And there's even a seat and controls. Let me see what I can do here. JD crawls into the seat, and a laser gun whirs to life. Cool, you can spin around 360 degrees. JD aims the laser cannon at one of the golems, presses a big red button, and a huge blast of red laser shoots out of the cannon and immediately destroys the golem. I think this is going to be helpful, JD says. You soon spot a ramp that leads up and around the cavern. All right, we're going to head for this. It looks like it might be our way out. JD continues to aim and blast at golems as you steer the gigantic armored car around a corner and up a large ramp that winds around the cavern. You make your way around and around and around until you finally come across a large circle that's glowing with some sort of light. A large circle you can only hope is some sort of portal. You hit the gas, head straight for the glowing circle, as JD continues to unleash laser fire behind you and blast through. In a flash of light, the car flies out of another portal in a completely different location and onto the ground. You're clearly back on the surface, but, well, you seem to be in the middle of some sort of castle or kingdom. What's that thing? A guard wearing very similar armor to the Golem King says, pointing at the armored car. That's the king's armored car, but I don't think it's the king driving it. Get him, the man commands, and almost immediately, a whole bunch of golems, some made of gold, some made of iron, some made of what looks like green diamond, begin to descend upon the car. You hit the gas again and blast down the road straight towards something that looks a lot like a gate. JD, any chance you can deal with the gate? On it, JD says, spinning the laser around, pointing it directly at the gate, and unleashing another powerful blast. The gate instantly blows straight off its hinges, and you drive straight through the thing. You almost seem to be in the clear when a powerful blast of lightning shoots down in front of you, and the Golem King materializes out of nowhere. "Give me back my iron armored car," he says, lifting his sword up in the air and blasting a strange bloom stream of light towards you. Only it strangely sort of curves upward over the armored car and hits the egg instead. You look behind you and the egg starts to glow. Then it starts to crack, and then a sort of Godzilla-like creature breaks out of it in the back of the car. What do we do?" JD asks. Instinctively, you slam down on the brakes, bringing the armored car to an almost sudden stop. Luckily for you, the little dinosaur creature isn't strapped in. It flies up over the car and lands on the ground in front of you. Only it continues to glow, and it starts to grow larger and larger and larger until it's, rather gigantic. A giant, even. "I'd like to see how you deal with this one," the Golem King says. You hit the gas on the armored car again. You turn to the right and try your best to get far away from the gigantic Godzilla-like dinosaur creature that's now chasing after you and shaking the earth beneath the car with every step. JD, any ideas?" you ask. "Well, we can blast it with lasers," JD says, spinning around in his little turret and unleashing a blast of laser directly at the Godzilla-like creature's chest. The laser hits and does very little, although it does seem to annoy the creature. He fires blast after blast after blast, but none of them really seem to do much. "All right, plan B." "What's plan B?" you ask. "I'm gonna hit this other button." JD presses another button on the cannon, completely unsure what it does, and a huge spike with a rope on the end of it shoots out and sticks right into the Godzilla creature's leg. "What was that?" you ask. Some sort of grapple or something." "A grapple? That gives me an idea," you say, and you immediately turn the wheel to the left. "Why are we heading back towards the creature?" JD asks. We're not. We're just gonna tie up its legs." "Oh, good idea." JD continues to unleash laser fire. He hits the creature in the eye, the ear, the mouth, the chest. All of it just seems to annoy the thing. And you drive the car around in circles, around again and again and again, until the line starts to tighten and pull the creature's legs together. The creature roars as his legs snap together. He loses balance and falls over. You hit the gas, trying to get out of the way of the fall zone, and make it just in time. The creature smashes into the earth beside you. JD hits another button that apparently releases the line, and you blast off in the other direction. Another flash of lightning shoots down in front of you, and the Golem King appears again. "You're not getting away that easy," he says. "Aren't we?" JD asks, pointing the laser directly at him, and then aiming down a little bit. A blast of laser hits the ground beneath the Golem King, instantly creating a large crater and leaving nothing for the king to stand on. "Ha ha!" the king says as he falls into the crater. JD continues to blast the ground on every side of him, causing rocks to fall in and, well, hopefully slow the king down a little bit, allowing you to get away. You lift up your wrist, display your map, and see where you are in relation to your village. You see that the shrine you originally entered is pretty much halfway between where you are and where you need to be. Luckily, you left your mounts there, and you'll be able to pick them up. You press the gas down all the way and fly across the countryside. The armored car blasts through pretty much anything. And, while the roads aren't really made for it, this thing seems to be made to go off-roading. You find your way down to a little dirt trail, and, well, you begin rally racing, taking corners at amazing speed, sliding around past trees, and, well, straight up blasting through some of them. The armored car barely seems to know the difference. Soon, you arrive at the shrine. You hit the brakes and skid the car around to the side. You open up the door and run out towards the mounts. You quickly unleash both of their ropes. We'll see you guys at home. Get there quickly. The dragon looks at the giant hawk. They both nod and take to the air. You jump back in the vehicle, slam the door shut, and hit the gas again, making your way through a whole bunch of trees until you eventually find a winding road again. You follow your map all the way back to the mountain village. As you approach, you see that the wall is pretty much finished being constructed. You come to a stop just outside the thing, roll down the window, and stick your head up out of the vehicle. "Hey, Rocky, open the doors," you say. "Understood," one of the rock golems answers. He then starts winding a rope up, which causes a large door to open. You drive the armored car through and park it just outside the town hall. Gus rushes out to meet you. Well, what is this thing? Some sort of horseless carriage?" Something like that," you say to Gus. You turn off the ignition, step out, and throw Gus the keys. Put these somewhere safe in the, town storage or whatever. Only allow JD or I to access them. "Oh, yes, perfectly understood." Oh, and, put everyone on guard duty for tonight. I think we lost the guy, but, well, just to be safe, we could probably use some extra guards. It will be done. Did you upset anyone important? Anything like that? Gus asks. Well, he called himself the Golem King, I think, and he seemed pretty upset that we took his armored car, so yeah, we should definitely be cautious, you say. The Golem King, Gus says, almost looking as though he's going to faint. That's what I said. You make your way back to your little house in the center of town. You open the door and immediately lay down in the bed. You pull the covers up to your chin, realize that you're still wearing your armor, and allow it to reabsorb into your inventory, which almost immediately makes everything more comfortable. A prompt appears. Sleep? You select yes, and immediately a wave of fatigue passes over your body. Your arms and legs relax, and your body sinks down deeper and deeper into the mattress. And before very long at all, you find yourself drifting off to dreams of new things and new adventures to come. Good night, everyone.